William Woollard presents the final rally report.
Hello and welcome to Rally Report on this, the fifth and final day of the Lombard RAC. Now, when it started this morning at 4 a.m, as the car set out for the closing stages in the North Yorkshire Hills, no one had yet got clear at the top. Kankkunen was just 1 minute 6 seconds ahead of Mikkola, and Allen was just 38 seconds ahead of Salonen. There were 83 stage miles to run. It was dark and still freezing hard when Barrie Gill picks up the action at the third stage, Gale rig.
Kankkunen was more than a minute in the lead and just 100 yards from the finish when his Toyota simply flew off the road. The Finn had hit a mix of ice and frozen snow, crashed into the ditch and hit a small tree. The oil cooler was smashed and he dare not restart the engine.
Try it if you get it started.
He actually dashed down the track to warn Pentti-Riikola, but to no avail. The Lancia ploughed into the ditch and it took 7 minutes to get it out again. We're grateful to Warrington and District Motor Club member Jonathan Brooke for these dramatic pictures.
What happened, Pentti?
What happened? It was just before the last stage. There was ice in. There was no ice in our stage, and suddenly we go over the crest and it's full of ice. And about 200 meters before the first corner, but the car doesn't stop because you need uphill to stop in that sort of conditions. So we went straight into the bog. What do you call bog? You know, soft.
Oh, yeah, very soft bog.
Yeah, and then so we had to roll the car back onto the road.
Still happy?
I'm not very happy at the moment. I know you have some problems, so that's not good at all.
What is it? Have they said anything on the radio?
Could be serious. We don't know. Not with him, but with the car.
Do you think you can catch Hannu?
Well, I don't know what is I having now in different Hannu and me, but you know, really slippery corner in finish line, and also last year Eriksson accident. I don't understand why not taking in Stuart in this corner in caution, you know, something. You know, it's really
there was
really
no sign, no caution
sign. Nothing. It's so dangerous.
You've got you're 2 minutes behind Hannu.
Yes, I going last two stages about 40 seconds faster than Hannu. Okay, I really try, but you know, really coming hard.
Juha Kankkunen stopped in the stage. You're now in the lead.
Yeah, but I think it was really ridiculous from the organizer to run this stage on the end because it was poor ice. And for the last 500 meters, it was slippery like an ice skating place.
Do you mean that Juha Kankkunen's gone off the road?
Yes, he hit the side and
Riikola also in the same place. It's you know, it's a very fast road which is suddenly just ice, nothing else on it.
So you're now in the lead, Hannu?
Yes, for a while. We'll see what happens.
Hannu now led the survivors into the longest stage of the whole event, the Yorkshire Forest of Dalby. 18 miles of often very bumpy forest track. The 46-year-old Finn, seeking a record-breaking 5th win in this event, was now more than 1.5 minutes in the lead. He'd never been outside the day's fastest 4. Could he end the Lancia monopoly of this year's championship? Marco Allen was hammering along in second place, courtesy of Kankkunen, who dashed down the track with a triangle to warn his fellow Finn. Timo Salonen was now in third place, despite choosing the wrong tyres for the first stage of the day and losing more than a minute. He was 6th fastest through this stage. No one has been plagued with more punches on this rally than Björn Valdegaard in the Toyota. Here at Dalby, he had to stop again to change a wheel, but despite this incident, he held on to 4th place. West German champion Armin Schwarz continued to surprise the more established stars, both with his pace and precision. He was now in 5th place, and of course still the first non-Scandinavian on the leaderboard. Pentti Riikola, now with a new windscreen following his Gill rig contretemps, was making a dramatic bid to regain a top placing. Now lying 6th, he was fastest of all through this stage, 13 seconds faster than Helen. Stig Blomqvist was now in 7th place in the Ford Sierra. Although we've said it many times on this rally, it's worth repeating that his has been one of the bravest drives, coping with 300 horsepower and only 2-wheel drive. Mikael Sundstrom and co-driver Juha Repo were 8th overnight in their Mazda, but became the 3rd Finnish crew to come to grief. Despite these desperate sidecar-style measures to keep the car going on just 3 wheels, it was an unequal struggle. From Dalby, the challenge switched to 3 tight stages, 10 miles in total at Wycombe, Langdale and Pike Hill. Hannu Mikkola entered these stages with more than a minute-and-a-half's lead from Helen, but at Langdale it all went wrong. After surviving snow, ice, fog and slush in his Mazda, he finally succumbed to the sunshine. As he rounded a bend, the low morning sun hit him straight in the eyes and he piled off the road. His dreams of a record-breaking 5th win had been dashed. Marco Helen now found himself with a 3-minute, 12-second lead and the chance to give Lancia their 10th championship win of an amazing season. Timo Salonen was now the leading Mazda, in 2nd place, waiting to pick up the champagne if anything should happen to Helen. Bjorn Valdegaard, with no fewer than 15 championship wins to his credit, now found himself in 3rd place in the Toyota. Pentti Riikola was trying everything he knew to make up for his Gill rig excursion. He started these stages in 6th place, but emerged in 4th spot, and at Pike Hill was fastest of all. So, despite helping hands, Hannu Mikkola was not going to be the first driver to win 19 championship rallies.
The sun was so just on my eyes, I didn't see the bend at all. And when I put the reverse gear, something broke there in the gearbox, so that's it. I think so, yes.
Last stage in Hannu is off in a road, and I don't know what happened exactly in Hannu, and Kankkunen off in this morning in very slippery corner and Riikola, and you know, here is incredible. That's naming, like in Italy, everybody say casino. Nobody knows, or Russian roulette, you know. Nobody knows what happened in next stage.
Yes, it's all a lottery, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's all a lottery.
That's really, you know, I have a lead in until Tuesday before Gill there 6 minutes nearly. I lost everything, and I am behind Juha in 5-6 minutes, and everything, you know, that's a really it's nice rally and also tough rally for me. It's really, you know, I hope this next 4 stage is going well, no technical problem.
Timo, it's all happening here in Yorkshire this morning.
Yeah, this rally is incredible, you know. You never know who is leading. After every stage, many things happen, but very, very difficult stages.
How hard has it been, this event?
Very hard. I promise you, very, very hard. And for me also, I don't have a lot of experience with the snow. I think after this rally, I learned a lot of things.
So, at stage 48, with Kankkunen and Mikkola's ambitions having slipped away on the ice, this is what the leaderboard looked like as the car set out for the 2nd and final lap of the Yorkshire stages. Marco Helen now with a 3-minute cushion over Timo Salonen, who's just stuck in there throughout the rally, and Bjorn Valdegaard now well clear of Riikola after that terrifying roll into the bog. We pick up the action again at Dalby, 2nd time around.
Marco Helen entered the Dalby Forest still nursing a 3.5-minute lead. Nursing must have been the operative word. He was obviously content to let Riikola set the pace, determined this year to get to the finishing ramp. Now let us concentrate on the battles raging further down the field for class wins, according to the capacity of engines. Mats Jonsson won the Group A 1.6 litre to 2 litre class. He was 9th overall in his Opel Kadett. The winner of the Group A class for cars between 1300 and 1600 cc was the Russian Sergei Aljasov in one of the official Soviet Ladas. 3 of the Russians finished. There should have been special centenary champagne for Norway's John Haugland. Yet again he won the Group A 1.3 litre class, his 100th class win. The winner of the Group N over 2 litre class, an overall Group N winner, was Belgian Gregoire de Mavis. A superb end to his first full season of rallying. The winner of the Group N class for 1.6 to 2 litre cars was Brian Wiggins, the 36-year-old Clacton-on-Sea driver. This was his 6th class victory in 10 attempts and always in a Vauxhall. The Group N winner of the 1300 to 1600cc class was another Norwegian, Børge Gundersen from Oslo in his Toyota. Winner of the smallest class in the rally, Group N under 1300cc, was a 25-year-old French student, Stephen Murray. Amazingly, this was only his 2nd rally. The Daytime Live team were as happy as the winners to have finished 80th. Well done, Judy and Rob. And finally, a word of praise for Derek Bell, who finished 29th, despite occasional deafness.
Over that second crest, it drops down to a square left, difficult to stop. That'll do. Woo, 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 woo. Listen to me, it's here, it's here. Oh, Derek. Oh, Derek. Just listen to me more, please.
The 52nd and final stage of the rally was Wycombe again. 2.5 miles. Time to reflect on a superb event. One in which Marco Allen at last had the luck he surely deserves. At the 15th attempt, he not only won one of the most dramatic rallies for many a year, but also helped to rewrite the record book. Lancia have now won 10 of the 11 championship rallies this season, and Allen at 37 has an amazing 19 World Championship event wins to his credit. Timo Salonen took the new Mazda to the edge and almost beyond at Elibank. Quickest on no fewer than 4 stages, he must have made the Japanese very happy. Surely he and Mikkola can be relied upon to give Mazda their first championship wins next season. Bjorn Voldegaard, at 45, the oldest man on the leaderboard, needed every ounce of patience and the lessons of 22 years of rallying to persevere after at least a dozen punctures. Quickest on 15 stages between them, Ian Kankinen showed that the Toyota is going to be a car to be reckoned with. Pentia Rickolas was one of the great drives of the event. After his accident in Gill Rig on the final morning, he drove like a man inspired, fastest on 5 of the 8 remaining stages. This, believe it or not, was Armin Schwartz's first World Championship rally. At 25, he's not only younger than any other driver in the top 10, but representative of the new breed of non-Scandinavian drivers. Stig Blomqvist's 6th place not only helped Ford take the coveted manufacturer's team prize, but also helped the team finish runners-up in the World Championship itself. Carlos Sainz helped give the Sierras an unexpectedly high placing in such awful conditions, and something for the home fans to cheer. These 2 entries were the first British-built cars to finish. Well done, Boren. Although it's nearly 2 years since the once supreme Audi Works team quit the sport, the German mark was well served by the semi-private teams. There were no fewer than 4 Audis in the top 20. 8th overall was Stig Olaf Wolfridsson, the younger brother of the former Volvo and Stratos star, Per Ingar Wolfridsson.
Well done, Marco. The dream has come true at last.
Well, yes, many years I try, and now I'm everything okay. I am really super happy.
How does it compare with all the other rallies that you've won, so many?
Well, maybe that's really, like in European, is most difficult, you know, in your condition here is so much, you know, snow is not big problem, but ice is terrible. That is taking it really slippery.
Well, you've won the big one at last, and it's fabulous. What's next?
Well, I know in next week I start in Monte Carlo, what is my first Swedish rally, but you know, next year is again.
And what's your big ambition now?
Well, you know, I win now in RIC, that's my program also. I'm missing only Safari and Monte Carlo, and after I win, I have everything in my hand.
Well done, the top Brit.
Yeah, not high enough though, is it really? I mean, it'd be nice for a Brit to finish in the top 3, or even win it. But
so what went wrong?
The weather went wrong. Oh, Bill Giles, whoever gives the forecast, should have sorted it out. I mean, it was just a nightmare. So with this weather now, we're ready to start the rally. But never mind, that's the way it is. We learned a lot.
Are you glad it's all over?
I was just starting to enjoy it. But it'd be nice to have the rest anyway, and probably go out and enjoy ourselves tonight.
So Marco Allen rolls towards the finishing line here in Harrogate, at last achieving the ambition that's eluded him for so many years. And the driver, they say, with the rallying skills of a Finn and the temperament of an Italian. And so ensuring the most dramatic Lombard RAC of recent years, full of the most remarkable changes of fortune, dominated from first to last by the wintry weather that gripped most of the country. Even the Scandinavians were reduced to skating about on the ice. And marking perhaps a real turning point in the world rallying scene, with the Japanese cars clearly poised to challenge the dominance of the Lanciers. There'll be highlights of the rally on BBC Two on Saturday at 8:45. Let me just say good night from the whole Rally Report team here in Harrogate.
Never been so scared in my life, mate.
Yeah, it's making a lot of noise. It's enjoying itself.
I hadn't not so many experience for ice condition. I don't like it.
Let's go. Got a rally to do.